Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming to the Paso del Norte Port of Entry. Today's an important day, I think, for the region in terms of the work that we've been doing on bridges under this city council and with the new team that's at the Bridges Department. In 2013, there was a study that was done by the General Accounting Office that basically said that we don't know what the wait times are at any port of entry on the in any of the northern crossings or any of the southern crossings, because the methods that they were using were unreliable for lots of reasons. So when the team got put together at Bridges, we wanted to tackle big problems that would make a big impact. And so through a partnership with the RMA, an excellent working relationship that we have with Metropia, a lot of hard work on the part of the staff at Bridges, David Coronado, Roberto Tinajero, Carlos Olmedo. We're really happy with the work that's been done. And I think it's really an unprecedented program for the citizens of El Paso and Juarez to be able to reduce traffic congestion, not only in El Paso, not only in Juarez, but to reduce bridge wait times. And when you reduce bridge wait times, you increase the economic vitality of both cities and you reduce pollution as well. And it's tools, high-tech tools like Metropia, that I think that when we start to get those out in the numbers that we need to, it's really going to improve quality of life in the region for both cities. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Mayor Leeser.
Thank you. And you know, Matthew started by saying that we really didn't know the wait time. Matthew, we knew the wait time. The problem was we knew exactly what the wait time was, and it wasn't good. And we used a lot of metrics to try to figure out, you know, whether we're going to measure from here, measure from over there, where we're going to measure. And any way we looked at it, it was not good. It actually created a big backlog, created problems for economic development. You know, when I took office 4 years ago, I made a commitment that we were going to create a better region and take down what I called an imaginary wall between Mexico and El Paso. And how do you do that? By creating a better place to live, and making sure that we talk about a region. So this really actually now helps us become better economically compatible with the rest of the world. And that's what's important. When you talk about, okay, we're going to bring companies, we're going to go attract companies, and we're going to travel together, and we're going to tell them that El Paso and Juarez is the best place to be. Well, we had to do something different. We had to turn around and figure out how to do it. And Matthew and his team, you know, you can sit there and go through all this data, figure out all the data, do whatever you want to do, until you have somebody to be able to compute it and make sure it makes sense, and then put it into a form like Metropia and be able to utilize it. Then it starts making sense. So now we become economically competitive around the world. Right now there's a lot of companies wanting to relocate from overseas into all the areas in border cities, and we needed to do something different. Metropia has given us that opportunity. I think my microphone went off. Anyway, so they wanted to give us that, gives us that opportunity to know exactly, let's say you're a company that really needs to make sure when your load is going to come and how you become more productive. Time is money in any company. Anybody that ever been in business knows that time is money. And so how do you do that? When you look at the app and you say, okay, the Bridge of the Americas has got a 45-minute wait or an hour wait. The downtown bridge has a 30-minute wait. Saragossa may only have a 15. Well, now you realize where you're going to go. Or you look and they all have a big wait. So you keep working, you continue to work. Instead of sending those trucks, the cargo, to sit on the bridge and become non-effective, then you start doing a lot of wear and tear on your equipment. You start running in overtime and not being able to make your turns. And one of the things that was really important when we went to travel across the country, we talked to companies that had invested in Juarez, invested in El Paso, and we asked them, what can we do to help you? What can we do to help you grow your business? A lot of it was the turns. How many times can I come from one end to the other in the turn? So this is actually going to help us continue to grow the relationship, not only with our sister city Juarez, and tear down those barriers. You know, we talk about, and Mayor Cavada and I have really been talking a lot in the political scene, people have talked about building a wall. building a bridge between the two of us. So that's right, we're building bridges to continue to grow. And we talked about we're not going to change what we're doing in El Paso. We're actually going to make it better. We're going to continue to grow the two cities and continue to do what we've always done, and that's work together. So we've been able to do that, and instead of building barriers, we've knocked them down, and we've actually made it a better place for both communities. And reducing wait time is huge, and making companies more efficient is huge. So we've actually worked together, and we can honestly say that we're not building walls, we're building bridges, and we're building opportunities for both communities and both businesses to be able to grow. And actually, when companies come to relocate, this is another tool we can show and be proud of what we've done together. So I'm very happy, and now it's going to give me the opportunity to introduce to you a good friend of mine, but also a good friend of our community, a good friend of El Paso and Juárez, who has really continued, and we talk very, very often, and he always wants to know how we can continue to work, how can we continue to make both regions a better place, and Mayor Cavada has done that, and I want to thank him for being here, as important it is to us, and to make sure that we continue to work together. So Mayor Cavada?
Oh, thank you. Gracias. Gracias.
It didn't work very good.
A ver, let's see. Bueno, buenos días. Yo les hablaré en español. Antes que nada, al mayor Lícer, gracias por la invitación. Gracias a quienes nos acompañan del Consulado de México en El Paso, Texas. Yo vengo de alguna forma representando la voz de los juarenses, a agradecer este trabajo que ha hecho la alcaldía del Paso, Texas, encabezada por el mayor Lícer, porque esto que nos está regalando a los juarenses es una aplicación que nos habrá de facilitar la vida. Quienes hemos convivido permanentemente con nuestra ciudad hermana, El Paso, Texas, sabemos de lo importante que es el ahorrarnos tiempo, el evitar las largas filas de los puentes internacionales, y con esta aplicación de Metropia, que ha sido patrocinada por la ciudad del Paso, nos dará la oportunidad de saber exactamente en tiempo real cómo se encuentran las filas de los puentes para poder cruzar de manera más rápida. Y no solamente eso, en esta convivencia cotidiana de seres humanos que hay de miles entre Juárez y El Paso, Texas, sino también en el aspecto comercial, que eso es algo en lo que hemos apostado mucho el mayor Lícer y su servidor. Como bien lo comentó hace un momento él en inglés, nosotros estamos construyendo puentes, estamos abriendo más nuestros puentes para que crucen de manera más fácil los juarenses y los paseños en los dos sentidos, y también obviamente los productos que se importan y se exportan. Hemos trabajado mucho en este tema para poder ofrecer nuestra región como una región competitiva, una región en la que se puede invertir tanto del lado norteamericano como del lado mexicano, y en donde esas inversiones pueden generar buenos trabajos, trabajos bien pagados, que vendrán a beneficiar a nuestras dos comunidades. Yo quiero agradecerle al mayor Lícer por esto que está haciendo por nuestras comunidades hermanas, por esta aplicación que nos está regalando, que además ya les habrán de dar los detalles, pero el solo hecho de utilizarla para ir de un punto a otro y que nos digan por dónde irnos de manera más rápida, nos dará puntos para que podamos intercambiar por cuestiones comerciales. La verdad es que es un gran logro de esta administración del mayor Lícer, que yo tengo que reconocer y decirle a él y a quienes habrán de llegar al nuevo gobierno que estamos abiertos a seguir con esta relación hermana, con esta relación cercana con El Paso, Texas, para hacer una vida mejor para quienes viven de los dos lados de la frontera. Recordemos que entre las dos comunidades alcanzamos prácticamente 3 millones de personas, no es un número menor, es una comunidad muy grande, muy importante. Ciudad Juárez es la quinta ciudad en importancia en México, y eso habla por sí solo de cómo esta relación se debe fortalecer, siempre buscando los lazos de amistad, siempre buscando las posibilidades de que nuestra frontera sea más amigable tanto para los paseños como para los juarenses. Muchas gracias, mayor, gracias nuevamente por el trabajo que están haciendo en esta aplicación. Es un regalo también para todos los juarenses. Yo los invito para que se metan a sus aplicaciones, lo bajen de manera gratuita, Metropia, y ahí podrán poner desde su punto de partida y hasta su punto final en el lado norteamericano, y les darán en tiempo real el tiempo que habrán de tardar y cuál es el mejor de los puentes, cuál es la mejor propuesta para que ustedes hagan menos tiempo en cruzar. Y con esto, como bien lo dijo Matthew, habremos de evitar inclusive contaminación que se genera desde los puentes internacionales. Felicidades nuevamente, Oscar, y como bien dice tu mamá, eres un buen chico. Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Oscar.
Y como ven que sí es el presidente de la ciudad de Juárez, pero es bien amigo del Paso. Y así podemos trabajar juntos. Y se lo agradezco todo por todo su trabajo. Y yo sé que cuando yo salgo de oficina en un mes, tú vas a continuar a trabajar con el Paso y Juárez para hacer la región mucho más mejor. Y se lo agradezco todo por todo su trabajo.
Gracias, Mayor.
Gracias, se lo agradezco.
Nuevamente, gracias.
And one of the things I did want to say, and I want to thank Beverly Good and her staff, when you're trying to get accurate information, you have to work with CBP, you have to work with great people that want to work with our community, and I can tell you that Beverly and her staff have done an incredible job of making sure we have accurate information and been able to do what we've done today. So, Ms. Good, I want to really thank you very much for your support and all of your staff, and for all of CBP that's helped us do this, because this is not, you know, we talked a lot about cargo, we talked a lot about the companies, but really it's also for vehicular traffic and also for people that are walking, pedestrians. I turned mine on earlier today, and walking across the bridge here was only a 2-minute wait, and that was really important, because as you notice, we're going to start hitting over 100 degrees, and it's very important that we have a better place, and that we secure the safety of everyone. So when I turned mine on today to look at, and I was using the app, I knew that if I wanted to walk across the bridge, it was going to be a 2-minute walk, and I think it was a 25-minute wait with 14 lanes open. So it actually tells you what CBP and how they're working all lanes initiatives. So Ms. Good, thank you for you and your team, and congratulations in helping us make El Paso a better place. Thank you.
We were at the Binational Border Crossings Group meeting at the State Department in Washington, D.C. last week, and I did a brief presentation on crowdsourcing, the GAO study that mentioned the problems with wait times. And I started talking about exactly what we had done with Metropia in terms of being able to provide full origin to destination trip planning, what bridge to take, real-time wait times, and nobody has it figured out, northern or southern border. And when I was done with the presentation, people's reaction was simply, "You did what?" Because they didn't expect that we would be the first port to figure it out. They thought for sure it would be something on the Canadian border. They thought for sure that it would be San Diego, but it was us, and it's all about being more economically competitive and creating better quality of life for the citizens of El Paso and Juárez. The other real benefit of Metropia and PD en Uno, the website that launches today, is that the data that are created really allow us to make, as government agencies, to make better decisions using that data for the betterment of the region. So the data that we collect from users who run the app will be used for how we provide overtime for Customs and Border Protection. Customs and Border Protection has access to the data so that they can monitor wait times. We can use that data to make sure that we're making infrastructure investments in the right place, whether it's truck turning lanes, whether it's new ramps, whether it's intelligent transportation systems. We need all of the data from the users to be able to make sure that we're getting the best return on investment that we can. The neat thing about the app is that the more people who run it, the more accurate the app and the data get. So if I run the app, that helps the next person. That next person also makes the app more accurate, and on down the line. It's basically like paying it forward. So the more users we get, the more people that are running it, the more people that benefit at the end of the day. That basically makes the people who are running the app the solution to the wait time problem. I'm going to let Mario take you through how the app works a little bit, and then we'll show the website here in a second also.
Thank you, Matthew. And I want to very quickly reemphasize the point that you just made, that this is a community-driven app, and it's going to be as powerful as its users. The more users we have, the more people use it to cross, the more powerful it becomes. And the way it works is it's very simple. You're using the app, you're crossing the bridge, and pretty much what you're saying to the Metropia system via your GPS, you send a GPS point, and it's pretty much saying, hey, I'm here in this Paso del Norte bridge, and this is the wait time right now. This is where I'm starting. This is where I'm joining the queue, and this is my crawling speed, and this is roughly how long it's going to take me to get there. And traffic is very, very interesting. Traffic follows patterns of, you know, the flow. So we find the most similar traffic pattern in terms of flow, how the bridge is moving, and make predictions accordingly. And of course, the more people are there, you know, there's 5 people using it, there's somebody in front, somebody in the back, somebody in the middle, the more accurate we actually become. And while we were researching this, we actually saw this, like the community already doing this through Facebook groups or other groups. People sometimes join the curve and then join the wait times, and in the lines they take a picture or they report like it's up to here, it took me this long to cross. Well, now the app's going to do all of this accurately through all the algorithms that we've developed to do this. So a very quick demo of the app that we wanted to show you. Here with Metropia, you have these icons that represent the border wait time, and once you tap on them, it tells you usually how long it takes you to cross, whether you're walking, whether you're driving, and if it's a sentry lane, it gives you, you know, the estimated wait time for the sentry lane, and the same thing with the other bridges that have cargo crossings. So that you know, essentially what we want the community and what we want to do together to be able to really improve these wait times is plan our trips and think ahead. So when let's say I'm going I don't know, from Juárez to UTEP, which is a very common commuter use case, I want to see what time is going to be the best time for me to cross. Sometimes I have our hard schedules. My class starts at X o'clock. Sometimes we have more locally and have flexible schedules, and we want to really incentivize those people who are crossing. People are part of the solution. People actually empower the app, and the more people use it, the better the app becomes, and the more accurate the app becomes. So all people have to do is simply, all users have to do is simply tap on the icons to see the wait times. You're gonna see the wait times updated every minute. They update every minute depending on, you know, how many people are crossing and how many people are using it. We have all the northbound wait times right now, and the more people use Metropia, we're gonna start adding all the southbound wait times as well. We show the pedestrian, cargo, and the personal vehicle crossings as well. So the most important thing is that when using the app, you have to use it to commute, and you have to think ahead and plan it. So let's say I'm leaving from here, I live here in Juárez, and I want to go from here to UTEP, so I plan my trip, and if I have a flexible schedule, I want to see when the wait time and when my commute is going to be the lowest. So I plan ahead accordingly and look at the times. Depending on the time slots, I reserve my trip or go depending on your needs. And as you can see here in the bottom, users earn points. Users are constantly earning points for saving times and choosing the less congested bridge. And yeah, the strong idea is that sometimes the bridge that seems obvious might not always be the fastest, depending on the wait times that we have. So once I reserve my route and I use it to cross at midnight, if you know, the Metropia system, when it detects you actually cross the bridge, you get extra incentivized. So you get raffle tickets to win extra rewards, and you get extra points for all your crossings. And that's kind of variable reward, depending. Sometimes you're gonna get more. It's like spinning a wheel. Sometimes you're gonna get you gotta get less. You just gotta use it to get, you know, your points. And the rewards and incentives is one of my, if not probably my favorite part of the app. as well as you can guess, most of our users' favorite part of the app. If you can guess, like the most common customer feedback that we get is, oh, what more can I exchange my points of? It's something to do with points, like, oh, I actually did this, can I get extra points, and things of that nature. So here you can see you get extra rewards. You can get your classic Starbucks and Amazon gift cards, or we're starting to partner with local and well, in this case with Juárez and El Paso businesses, so that you can redeem some of their rewards in order to help the local economy as well. We have all of these pretty cool, pretty awesome gifts that users can redeem, and it's basically for sharing your data with the community to be able to reduce wait times.
Hi, I'm Steven Randazzo. I am the Director of Research and Growth at Viva Impulse Creative Co. And today I'm going to give you a demo of the new PDN Uno website that was developed for the International Bridges Consortium to help people crossing to and from the United States and Mexico quickly assess wait times. So the website is actually powered by Metropia data, so that's really important. The more users on Metropia, the better the website will also function. The development of the PDN Uno website was driven by the need for a source to provide trusted, credible information to travelers on both sides of the border. So prior to the development of the website, what we had seen was multiple Facebook groups that provided their own ad hoc updates, which is good. That means people are sharing information, but the issue was we don't know if that information was actually credible. So there was a need for a trusted, consistent source and a willingness from users to share their data. Additionally, other cities with southern border crossings, like Laredo and San Ysidro, already have dedicated online resources to help people traveling to and from Mexico and the United States, and those resources have helped them when they travel. So users can access the website at pdnuno.com, which will pull up the homepage of the website. So that's what you're seeing here. And you know, when we built this, we understand that the majority of users are going to be accessing the website on a mobile device, probably in a car, or you're running out the door, you got your mobile device with you. So we built it using responsive design, meaning the website will conform to any device without losing any of the functionality of the website. So the first thing people see is an introduction to the website, and then a large button that says see current wait times. So if I click on that button, it should, there we go. Once you click on that button, users will be brought down to the current wait times for the 6 crossings. Right away, they're going to see minutes, wait times in minutes, the types of lanes that are open, and the number of lanes that are open. So, for example, if I go to the Isleta-Zaragoza crossing, what you're going to see is 4 different ways to cross and the wait times and the lanes that are open. So personal vehicle using the Sentry lane, commercial and pedestrian lanes with the wait times and number of lanes open. If I scroll down a little further, what you're going to see is the number of lanes, lane types, and wait times for those traveling to Mexico. And Mario mentioned that those are going to be populated more data that people are inputting into the system, the more the website will be populated with that data. And then users have the ability, since we're on mobile here, to basically swipe so they can see the different wait times and just quickly navigate. Or if they're on a desktop, they can just use the drop-down menu and pick a crossing of their choosing. Then if you continue to scroll down the homepage, users will have the option to download the Metropia app, which we really do encourage you to do so. And then if you continue to scroll, users will see a number of social media feeds. So you're going to see this is a Facebook feed, and if you scroll down a little further, there's a Twitter feed. So in a similar way that people were using Facebook to provide updates on the status of wait times, we wanted to leverage that behavior already done by users and crowdsource information from people at the different crossings to push that information through the PDN Uno social media channels. So that's what you're seeing here. But prior to information publication, it will go into a moderation queue where a member of the Bridges Consortium will review and determine if the information is to be pushed through the PDN Uno social media channels. So if I go back up to the main navigation, I can then have access to the individual border crossings. So if I go ahead and I select the Isleta-Zaragoza border crossing, there we go. What a user is going to see is some general information about the individual crossing, including the location and types of lanes. Then, if you scroll down a little further, you're going to see real-time snapshot of the cameras stationed at each of the crossings. Then, you're going to see current wait times, like those displayed on the home page. And then, estimated future wait times. And this is pretty exciting. Which a user can do, what they can do is tap, and they will see wait times based on historical data. So we're using an algorithm to make those predictions based off historical data. So the more data people input to the system, the more accurate these predictions will be. If I go back now to the navigation and I tap for travelers, you'll be given some general supplemental information that can help travelers, such as fares, frequently asked questions, and information about the Trusted Traveler program, such as Sentry and Fast. So if I go back, and now I go to the Get Updates page, and click on that, users have the option to send updates in and receive updates. So if I scroll down slightly, I see an option to send in updates. So if a user is on the bridge and there's something, let's say a fire, aside from calling 911, they can also submit an update. And what they do first is they pick a crossing, and then from there they can upload a picture if they took a picture. They can include their mobile number, but that's not required to submit an update. And then there's a text field for them to describe the update that they're seeing. And then they hit submit. Once the user submits the update, it will go into the moderation queue where it will be reviewed by PDN UNO administrators. So this, again, is to make sure information that's being submitted is credible. If it is approved, it will be pushed through the PDN UNO Facebook and Twitter accounts, which were displayed on the homepage. But by pushing updates to social media, it also reduces the barrier to information for users by meeting them where they already are, on Facebook and on Twitter. If you continue to scroll down the page, you'll see an option to receive text message updates. And all users have to do here is to select a crossing that they would like updates on, and then enter in their mobile number and submit. From there, they'll be on a list where they can receive text message updates about the bridge, but typically these updates will be more emergency type updates for the users, so they're not going to be spammed with text messages. Lastly, there, of course, is just under the About section, there's some general information about PDN UNO, the cooperative effort on both sides of the border, and some contact information. And going back to the home page is quick and easy. All you have to do is click the PDN UNO logo, and you're back to the beginning where you can see your updates again. Thank you.
I just wanted to remind everybody that Metropia is free. Getting on PDN UNO is free. So whether you're a commuter, a student going to UTEP by car or by pedestrian trip, whether you're a commercial vehicle, it doesn't matter. All modes are covered by the website and by the app, and you can find wait times and do trip planning for free across all of the different bridges. And what's most important is that the more users that we get, the more people benefit. The data that I put into the system as a user ultimately benefits everybody else who uses the system. And to make the most impact regionally, we need to build that user base because it ends up helping everybody else in the region. We hope that everybody uses it, and we hope that by building that user base that we can make Metropia and PDN UNO as powerful as they can possibly be for every trip that people use it for.